Hello, hello, hello. Finally, I am in the garden. The weather is okay now, and I can sit here in winter pants but in a t shirt with winter boots. And I cleaned the house and took a shower. So that feels good, always. It always does. So the apple tree has a whole lot of apples on the branches, and some of them are red, and they're gonna get real big, like this big, really big apples that are sometimes completely red, and they're very sour actually. Just the thought of it makes me have saliva in my mouth. So yeah, those apples, they are the absolute best for making apple pie, or for cutting them into small pieces and putting them into your chocolate oatmeal. Hot chocolate oatmeal tastes very, very good, delicious. So maybe tomorrow I'm gonna make myself an oatmeal and I cut a whole apple into it. That's good. And some apples fall down, and I also pick some before we go to the other house, and then we can bring those to the horse, and he loves those, absolutely loves those apples. He doesn't care if they're sweet or sour. He just chews them all down and gobbles it all down and just enjoys those apples so much. Apples and carrots, those are his most favorite foods in the world. Okay, that's the best in the entire eternal universe. Okay. And where else to get it other than here on Earth? Okay. And soon on Mars and the moon and the space station as well. And maybe on Venus. And then in the future, maybe on Pluto. So that is that is wonderful. I absolutely love to go to that Starbase chat room from Elon Musk. That's NASA space flights, and they talk about Jeff Bezos trying to sabotage Elon Musk, and that is those things are facts. Okay, this has come to the surface. Jeff Bezos is giving Elon Musk and SpaceX a very hard time. It's a pity he doesn't need to do that, right? But he does it because he wants to get into space before him, and he wants to monopolize the sky. He wants to get into the sky with his satellites to create his own satellite internet company. So he doesn't want someone else to get that before him. This is ridiculous. I mean, it's insane, aren't these people? I mean, I would really feel embarrassed if I would feel so embarrassed to act like this. But I guess people who don't feel embarrassed about this, they act like that. If they felt embarrassed about it, I'm spitting. If they felt embarrassed about that, they wouldn't do it, right? Obvious. That's pretty obvious. So thinking about the apples makes me have saliva in my mouth. So, but anyway, I want to talk about, and I don't want to say at all, so that is bad. I have to train myself not to say that ever, okay? So I can just breathe instead. Instead of saying we can breathe. We can say, that tastes good. but not as a word or sentence filler. Okay, so that tastes good. Let me see what I wanted to say. No, I don't think that's a good idea. Really not. But anyway, I wanted to talk about communication, okay, and psychology. The psychology of meeting someone, talking to someone, like I go up to someone, I see someone I like, I go up to someone and say, "Hey, I like you." I'm talking like that's something I do, but it is not what I do. Yeah, I can say all of this. I can give this advice, even if I don't do it myself. On the internet, it's a whole lot easier, of course. I go on Badu, I write, "Hey, I like you." It's not a big deal if he doesn't respond or something. If I see someone on a parking lot in person and I just get out of my van, get way out of my way and go over there, "Hey, I like you." There, I say the filler word, but I say that in a thoughtful way. The apples are delicious. Well, if I did that in person, then he would think, "What the heck? Who is that? Why is that weird, crazy dork approaching me? What's the point? What is the purpose of that?" So yeah, that is a lot harder. I totally agree with you on that. It's very, very difficult. And I give a lot of advice, and I know that a lot of that stuff is not easy. Okay. And also the inwardness meditation process obviously seems like it seems far-fetched for a lot of people. Like, wow, why should I do this? That seems boring, or that seems like a waste of time for a lot of people, so because they don't understand what is all going on in their brain. So we have to sit down and we have to give ourselves that space. A lot of people don't realize the importance of it. Some people do, the people in the so-called spiritual community. I don't like that word, those words at all. I don't like the word spiritual at all. It's absolutely horrible. It's a horrible, horrible word that has been capitalized on. It is marketed. Okay. It is oversold, that word. So, and yeah, there's energy, okay? There's a whole lot more going on in a living being, obviously. There's all kinds of things going on inside of you, okay? There are those little gummy bears in there. In your skin, and they're like, I don't know, they consist of maybe 100 cells or 50 cells. It's a multicellular microscopic organism that has legs like a caterpillar and that eats dead skin cells in the skin and all of that. So we also have mites in the skin, and the mites eat other mites. There's a whole flora and fauna going on in the microcosmos of your skin and also inside of your body. And if you don't take diatomaceous earth every day, then something terrible can actually happen. Because we ingest all kinds of eggs, from, we blow our nose accidentally, or we put lip balm on our lips, and then maybe an egg from the garden or what gets in the mouth. And that's not good news, because some of those some of those can grow very large, like boa constrictors in people's intestines, particularly if they are constipated. So not good. Ask Dr. Richard Shaw's. He can tell you stories about this, because he did work on in the medical field, where they did cut people open, the carcasses, to see what's going on in there. And it wasn't very pretty. I bet a lot of people threw up. So he said there's anything from like parasitic type of lobsters. I don't know how big they are, maybe this big, that look like lobsters. There's all kinds of animals that look like lobsters, actually. It's amazing. And roundworms that look like snakes, tapeworms, all kinds of stuff, like hookworms, all kinds of horrible, horrible things that you don't want in your system, obviously. So for that, I have a remedy: diatomaceous earth. I take it every single day. That keeps me completely healthy. Okay, I never had any problems with something like this, although we have contact to animals, horse, dogs in the past, and dogs, they sometimes eat a baby bird. The papa dog ate a baby bird. That can end badly with all kinds of parasites and stuff. That was something when the papa dog ate a baby bird. My gosh. Whoa. That was, I've never seen anything like this. And he did not want to give that up. Paul wanted to wrestle that baby bird out of his mouth. He did not. That is my prey, he said to him. I'm not going to give that to you. He was proud of that prey. So yeah, baby bird apparently had fallen out of a nest, and I think a cat may have already grabbed that bird and caused an injury. Papa dog went in there, smelled all of that, chased the cat away, got the cat spray, was real proud of that. And he grabbed that bleeding baby bird, and the baby bird was still hopping, but the papa dog walked after that baby bird, finally grabbed that baby bird all the way and took the baby bird that was pretty big like this into his whole mouth, okay, with feathers and claws and everything, and chewed the whole thing down and swallowed all of that. I could not believe it. I knew better not to interfere, because I didn't want him to get mad at me, so that would not be good. But yeah, so Papa Dog ate diatomaceous earth every single day, 1 tablespoon of diatomaceous earth powder mixed into the dog food. He ate that and he liked it, okay, and I put that into a hot chocolate, mix it up, and I also put half a teaspoon of kelp seaweed into it and mix that up, and I drink that every single day, and so that keeps me healthy. And I recommend to other people to do the same thing. So that's very good to do that. Okay. This is very good health advice, okay? And drink rhododendron, and I made myself an ivy tea today. I read on the internet that ivy has a whole lot of health benefits, okay? So what you see behind me, this is an English laurel. This is a rhododendron, and in the corner over there, in that corner is ivy. And I picked some leaves, like 4 or 5 of those leaves, and I shredded them. I put them into my thermos can. I poured boiling water on it, and it's sitting now for a couple of hours, and then later tonight when I go back on the internet, I'm gonna drink my ivy tea. So, and I drink tea and water all day long. I recommend to people to do this. I drink, I don't know, at least 2 gallons per day of water and tea, and that's very, very good. It's very good for us to do that. Very healing. So, and stay away from alcohol, okay? Quit it all. Quit it all if you love yourself, if you love your body, okay? Very important to do this. And what I want to say is, it may be very difficult to go up to someone on a parking lot and say, hey, I like you. It's kind of embarrassing, you know. But if you are lonely, you know, you should do it in your local community, wherever you are. If you're in Australia, you know, don't be such a people hater. You know, go out there and talk to someone. Talk to a woman you like. Give her your card. Make your own cards, you know. Write something nice on it. Write your phone number on it, your email address. Go up to someone and say, hey, I'm really lonely. Can we meet sometime? We can just be friends. We don't have to date or something, you know. Just get to know someone, you know. Do it for yourself. Please do this. Very important. And on the internet, it's really not a big deal, you know, to go up to someone, particularly on Badoo or any of those dating websites. You go up and say, hey, I like you. Yes, that's the appropriate space to do that, right? On Facebook too, hey, I like you. You know, don't send nudes to a woman. Don't send nudes without her consent. We don't want that. Or porno clips. I don't want some shitty porno clips from people that are doing hard banging or something. It's not my style. I don't like it. I don't want any porno clip sent to me, or penis photos, like right up front or something. So I want to get to know a person first. You know, I want to see, do I even like this person? You know, is there a connection that can be made or something? You know, and a lot of men, they are catfishing for nudes and nude videos, which they just take and run off with and sell somewhere. There are probably some websites where they open an account with my photos. I don't know how many people have already done that. You know, people told me they have seen it, okay, on Facebook. Made me very sad. But you know, that is the Wild West. That is what it is. It is, you know. That's what's going on. I thought maybe I can do that at least myself too, make some money on OnlyFans, but didn't work out because I don't have a bank account anymore, and you have to have your own bank account. This has to all there can't be a mix of two people, so they don't allow that. I don't know why. Maybe because they want to discourage burrito banditos or something like that. Maybe. But, on the internet, when you meet someone or in person, be nice to people, Be nicer to someone. You go up to someone and you say, hey, I like what you said, if you liked what they said. Or you are just nice to someone. Don't call someone grandmother. It's not going to work. Even a real grandmother, I'm not even a grandmother age, right? That's always very, very hurtful, for someone like me who is like 40 and fertile, and then someone comes up, I like those grannies. Yeah, I like myself a Margaret Thatcher. That was so incredibly funny. I've never in my life laughed that much as Burrito Bandito called me Margaret Thatcher. Margaret fucking Thatcher, man. Man, that was such an insult, but I had to laugh so hard about that. For days that went on, I had to laugh so hard. I was coughing. I was red in the face. That was insane. That was so funny. So it's good to have self-humor. Okay, very good. A lot of people can't even do that. That's very sad. Our existence is not that serious, It really is not. Make the best out of it. Existence is not that dead serious. Okay, yeah, we get older. So what? The dogs too. The dogs look better when they get older than people do. But yeah, it's not. I have gray hair and I get a little bit wrinkles here and stuff. Yeah. But, don't even call a real grandmother granny or grandmother. If she calls herself granny, that's a different story. Okay. But don't go out there and say, yeah, I like you. You look like the old Margaret Thatcher. You look like my grandmother. Yeah, when she's in the kitchen baking cookies. Not a good idea. It's just not a good dating advice. Okay, so if you seriously are into older women, just don't call her grandmother. Okay, just don't do it. If you're 20 and you're into 40-year-olds or plus, don't call her grandmother. So be nice. It doesn't hurt you to be nice. It doesn't hurt to be decent. Okay? If you're not going to get to know that person. It's just not gonna happen. Okay? No woman wants that. No woman wants to be viewed as old and ugly. So, or Margaret Thatcher. That's a real terrible insult. You should know that. You should understand that. You wouldn't want to be called Ronald Reagan, right? Oh my gosh. Would you like that? Let me call you Ronnie Reagan. If you are whatever, 60. I would never do something like this. And I'm not that picky. I might go for a 60-year-old man or older even. It really depends on the person. Okay? Age doesn't matter to me at all, unless they're under 18. Well, then it matters. Okay, so anything from 18 plus. Or skin color, ethnicity. I don't even care if someone is religious or Muslims, yeah, I'm a little careful now because of what I see on the internet. Yeah, I have the right to be careful about that. But if someone is a Catholic or Christian or Hindu, as long as they don't force their religion on me, as long as they don't force something, dictate something to me. That's fascism, to dictate your beliefs or your standards onto someone else. Okay. Don't do that. So what matters to me is that you care, that you're compassionate. Okay. And I don't want someone again like that strawberry farmer John. I really don't. Okay. Like, no, thank you very much. I don't want an arrogant jerk who gets turned off by my haircut or by my dorkiness. Okay. I don't want someone like that. I want someone who appreciates me as the whole person. And we all do. We all want that. All women want that. Okay. And I assume all men want that as well. Yeah, I don't mind finding someone who comes over for one night once I have my greenhouse. Okay, I don't mind at all. If that's what you want to do, that's okay. We can have some fun. You can leave the next day, and I don't obligate anyone. I don't use anyone. I don't want money from anyone. I don't want anything. Okay. That can be, right? But I like to also get to know someone. And it would be nicer to get to know someone and really develop a very deep friendship. Would be nice. With good conversations. I love that. I just, that's my dream, to find someone who's not super hypercritical of my appearance, someone who doesn't mind that I'm overweight or have a dark haircut or cry a lot. Or laugh a lot. Someone who doesn't mind me being dorky and emotional or sentimental or cheesy, whatever they call it. Someone who doesn't mind any of these. Someone who appreciates me for being kind-hearted. That's what I really want. So it feels good to talk about this. So if it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. It's okay. It might not happen. So I meet a lot of guys on Badoo. I can't establish a friendship with them. I don't know what they want. I think they just want to fuck someone. And that's it. And then watch video games again. So, okay. It's not a big deal, but I would much rather meet someone to get to know them and to spend time with them without them doing video games, and go for hikes and go into nature, pet horses, get a dog. My ultimate dream is a rich man, of course, just in spite of my parents. I want a rich man who pampers me, okay, and who buys me a European basset hound. But the most important thing is that he is nice and that doesn't mind me being a dork. Okay, doesn't it? That he doesn't have these these ideas about how a woman is supposed to talk or write. The womanly way of writing. Most men have to this day. Okay, young men too. I saw that on the internet. They think the woman is supposed to shut the fuck up all the time. And that's womanly. No, it isn't. Okay, it is not womanly. That just means she's a pushover. That's all it means. Don't be a pushover, women, girls. Okay, don't be a pushover. Don't cater to men's egos, okay? And say no. No to oppression and no to Islam. Very, very important advice, okay? Take advice from big old trailer mama, okay? Take advice. I know now, I didn't know back then, okay? So I know now. Don't get kicked into your legs like I have been. If you decide you want to break up that relationship. That's not super. That's not fun. Okay, to be with someone who is psychopathic or highly narcissistic, like that strawberry farmer, highly narcissistic person. That's an act out. It's a defense mechanism. That's how his brain reacts to his trauma. Okay. I cannot be with someone like this. I just can't. If I'm looking for a friendship or relationship, that doesn't mean I'm gonna be a therapist. Okay. So, as a therapist, if I ever become a therapist, I'm still just a person on eye level too, and I will share my stuff with people because it helps them when it's appropriate. But I'm not going to mix being a therapist with being in a friendship or relationship of some sort. I'm still a friend as a therapist, but not as a relationship, so that would never work. So I can't be with someone who requires me to be on guard all the time and constantly be the therapist and catch him psychologically and balance him out all the time. All the time be mindful and detached. No, I can't. In a relationship, I'm not mentally detached. I have feelings too, I can't be constantly in a meditation and view that person as pathological and in need of being supported as a therapist, as a client or something. No, that doesn't work. We can help each other to some degree, but I can't be with someone who is psychopathic or psycho. I cannot. I'm sorry. I can't. You should understand that. Please understand that. I have feelings too. That's very hurtful how some people have already treated me. Very hurtful. And I don't deserve that. Nobody deserves that. Nobody deserves to be treated in a psychopath, psychotic, psychopathic way. Nobody. Okay, we all deserve to be loved and cared for and listened to and understood. But it takes both people to make that work. I can't just be constantly catering to the psychopath's needs, constantly tripping the landmines of a psychopath. No, I don't want to live surrounded by psychological landmines. I want to go through my life and be leaned back and be relaxed and say something goofy without tripping on a landmine, without tripping some ego off. Okay? Or saying hi to someone and that trips them up. No. You gotta do some work on yourself. Okay? You really do. You have no other choice. You have to go into that inwardness meditation process. You can't be acting it out on other people. You can't. It's miserable. Okay? It's not just bad making the world suffer, it's bad for you. Okay? Don't do it. Maybe some people are not capable of going into that inwardness meditation process. Seems very difficult for some people. But then for those people we need to have cluster B therapy help centers that are closed wards. So not in terms of prison cells, but a closed ward where they can't just walk down the hallway and leave out the door. So no, those need to be closed wards. Okay. Because they hurt other people, also physically, some of them. Okay. So you should understand that you cannot be in the world hurting living beings in order to do narcissistic repair on your ego. It doesn't work that way. Okay. Please understand that. If you don't want to go into a closed ward, which I also understand, but the closed wards, if they are designed the way I designed them, they're going to be very nice. Okay. They're going to be sanatoriums with parks and everything, with good food, with therapy, with inwardness meditation, okay, with vipassana meditation, Jiddu Krishnamurti. Very important, with the right videos, not with the wrong horror, whatever, video games. Video games are poison for you, particularly the ones that most people play. Okay. So I see all of this. Okay, we can make things better in the world, but right now we don't have these cluster B therapy help centers. The psychiatric wards that we have right now, and I've been on some because I had terrible nervous breakdowns. One time in LA, it was hell. They don't help people. They mock people. Okay. They're so messed up themselves that they shouldn't even be in those positions. So it's ridiculous. But anyway, yeah, we need therapy help centers, and we don't have it right now. And all I can do right now is offer videos. Okay, you have to do that work yourself at this point. Okay, but I can't hang out with psychos. Okay? I absolutely can't. Maybe on the internet, but only to a certain point. Okay, the moment you become abusive, I have to block. Okay, you should understand that. That's not difficult to understand. Be nice. It doesn't hurt you. Okay. If the feeling comes up like, oh, if I'm nice now, then I'm letting her be in charge. Okay. Some people said that earlier today. You want to be in charge all the time. What? No. Why do you think that I want to be in charge? What makes you think that? I'm just being myself, and I share what I know. I know some stuff. I'm older than you. I know stuff, okay? Don't twist it. Don't view it again with this hierarchy, okay? Oh, she's on top, she's better than me, or she's... No, I'm not, okay? I know a couple of things more than most people in psychology and therapy, because I've dealt with this my whole life, okay? So naturally I have some knowledge with that, and I connect the dots. I have some wholesome knowledge for people, okay? You should be grateful and listen. I'm not in charge of you or your life. You are in charge of your own life. Make the best out of it. Listen to some people. There's a number of people that have something to say about this, okay? I also recommend Dr. Todd Grundy. He's very good. Tia Swan is absolutely fantastic. Jiddu Krishnamurti, Dr. David Bohm. Okay, they have something to say. Okay, Sadhguru has something to say. Yeah, I don't like the name Guru, but he's good. He learned from Jiddu Krishnamurti. He really respects Jiddu Krishnamurti. I love everyone who respects Jiddu Krishnamurti. So he has a lot to say. There's a lot of people who have a lot of knowledge, a lot of expertise. Okay? Listen to them. So just go into that healing journey. That's what I did. You have to take your health into your own hands. Okay? Then things will get better in your life. Okay, you guys take care.